Hi everyone, welcome back to another culinary series, and today I'll be talking about beets. Some people call it beetroot. so growing up I would say beetroot instead of beet, and beets come in different shades, and not only is the beet, the flesh part of the beet, healthy, but the skin and also the leaves of the beet have health properties. So, what are some of the health benefits of beets? But before I start, I want to thank you for subscribing. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for your stick to itness. So, I appreciate the love and the support. So, beets can help with weight control. So, if you're on a quest to control your weight, because of the fiber content in beet and its water content as well, it can help you to lose weight. It also gives you a feeling of being full after you've consumed the beets, and so you consume less calories. Because it contains fiber, it improves your digestive health, and also it decreases your risk of some diseases such as heart attack and stroke, because the fiber tends to decrease your blood cholesterol level. Now, it's because of the fiber content, it decreases your risk of constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, acid reflux, stomach ulcers, hemorrhoids, just to name a few. So beets can actually help to decrease some of these conditions because of the fiber content, and it helps to decrease the blood cholesterol level, and it helps to decrease inflammation. Now, talking about inflammation and the fiber content, it can also decrease the risk of colon cancer. So it's very good to decrease your risk of type 2 diabetes as well. So beets have anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory properties, mostly because of a pigment it contains that's called it's betalain. So the betalain is a pigment found in the beets. It has anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory properties. Now it helps the betalain, it helps to decrease the division and growth of tumor cells, mostly that of the prostate and of breast cancer. Now, because of its anti-inflammatory properties, it can help to decrease the risk of osteoarthritis, or the severity of the pain caused by osteoarthritis. Now, you want to be careful with the amount of beet that you consume. If you consume too much, beets are rich in oxalates, so it can increase your risk of kidney stones. It can also increase your risk of gout because it can lead to uric acid accumulation. Also, for diabetic patients, you still want to control the amount of beet that you consume, especially in the juiced form. So for diabetics, it's not really recommended to have beets juiced, the juice form, because it is rich in sucrose, and that can lead to a sudden increase in your blood sugar level. So you want to be careful with consuming too much beets, especially beet juice. Now, beets can control or regulate your blood pressure. Beets contain nitrates. Nitrate is a powerful vasodilator, meaning it dilates the blood vessels. Now, when it dilates the blood vessels, then it has more effect on your systolic blood pressure. That's the top reading for your blood pressure, and it can decrease it by 10 to 40 millimeters of mercury. And it's more effective when it's taken raw as opposed to when it's cooked. And so you want to have this over a period of time, because the nitrate level can be high in the blood for about 6 hours. So the effect is temporary, but as you're consistent with your consumption of beets, if it's not contraindicated, then you can see an improvement in your blood sugar level. Now, beets can improve your brain function. How it does this? Because it contains the nitrates Nitrates are going to cause vasodilation, which is going to improve the blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients. And it mostly helps to improve the brain function of the frontal lobe. And the frontal lobe of your brain, the front part, is responsible for some things like memory. The hippocampus controls memory, and the prefrontal cortex. But when you have improved blood flow and oxygen and nutrients going to the frontal lobe, it can enhance memory as well as stuff like decision making, judgment, initiation, impulse control, social and sexual behaviors, learning skills. So these are just some of the things that the frontal lobe controls. It can also, it's also responsible for language. So the frontal lobe is also responsible for language. Now, it can boost your athletic performance or boost your energy levels. That's the beet. Research has shown that some men who consumed 500 mils of beets over a 6-day period has shown to improve their athletic performance between 15 to 25%. And it's recommended to have this 90 minutes before any exercise. Even for seniors, it can improve their ability to do certain activities. So it can decrease the time it can lengthen your endurance, so you get tired less quickly. So it's good for that. It contains manganese, which helps with wound healing and bone health. It contains folate, which is good for pregnant women. It helps to prevent neural tube defect when the baby is born. It can boost your libido or your sex drive. It can protect your liver from oxidative damage and inflammation. So beets help to detoxify the liver. Beets also contain antioxidant properties. It contains beta carotene. Beta carotene, as I mentioned in some of my videos, which I know you've been watching, beta carotene is a powerful antioxidant, and beets contain beta carotene. Beets are actually listed in the list of top 10 foods rich in beta carotene. So with this beta carotene content, it can also decrease our risk for certain chronic illnesses, decrease our risk for colon cancer, and combined with its content of vitamin A, it can improve our eye health, reduce our risk of cataract, and reduce our risk of macular degenerative disease. Amongst other things, beets can reduce our risk of migraine headaches. I mentioned heart attack and stroke before. It can also reduce our risk for dementia and Alzheimer's because of the vasodilatory effect, improving the oxygen and nutrient supply to the brain. So these are some of the things I have on beets, and hope I was able to reinforce what you already know or add to what you already know. So thank you for watching this culinary series on beets. Remember the contraindication. Another important thing, when you have beets, your urine and your stool may be red. So don't be alarmed if you see that after consuming beets, your urine and your stool is red. And lastly, beets also boosts your immune system because of the copper, zinc, vitamin A, and vitamin C content. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless.